Okay. This is Prophet Rohe Nabi, family prophet to the angel of the church to the Laodiceans who are Israelites. And I'm here to deal with a comment that a person left that frequents my channel. I don't know if they're a subscriber or not, but her name is Baptist Girl 66. Baptist Girl 66, and I believe she is married. She has a husband, okay? And even if she don't have a husband, and I'm wrong about that, I'm going to assume that she is until I'm corrected otherwise. But I believe she told me that she has a husband. If my memory doesn't fail me, that's very important. That's very important because it kind of it puts things in a setting, you know. And what we're going to do, I have her comment posted in the description. Her comment is posted in the description. This is not me trying to put nobody on blast, okay? It's not me trying to put nobody on blast, okay? That you don't just okay. This is not me trying to put anybody on blast, trying to hurt people's feelings because that's a huge thing now. Feelings. It's like the God of this age. Your personal feelings. No, it's not about that, y'all. Okay. They asked some good questions, and so they presented certain challenges, and so I want to deal with them head on with a video response. It's totally my right within my rights to do that. I could pick any video I want and do a video response if I choose. But I want to let you know what my motive is not. My motive is not to drag, disparage. That's not the motive. No matter how much I agree or disagree with the position, it's not to embarrass, it's not to no. It's not to put on blast and all these other things that people like to say. Okay. So we're going to get into this comment. I don't know where this lesson is about to go, but we're going to get into this comment in just a moment. Okay, this thing ain't working right. Let's do this. Let's see. Upcoming live now. Okay, I'm trying to get to the chat room here. Just be patient with me. I'm with you. It's just taking me a while to get to where I need to be. Here. All right. Just be patient with me. I'm with you. All right. So we're going to deal with Baptist Girl's comment. We're going to look into this comment because, and I'm going to give y'all a lot of I, I'm going to give y'all a lot of good stuff. Let me say it that way. I'm going to give y'all a lot of good stuff. Okay. So the comment of the Baptist Girl 66, she frequents this room sometimes. I want to show you her comment. After watching many of your videos, I can tell you have studied for many years. But what I don't see is men who want multiple wives to submit to them for this reason. Isaiah 58:7. Let's go there, Baptist girl. Good. You got some scriptures. Okay, good. And I hope you got the permission of your husband. Okay. Because I can see that you're all about protocol and proper order and pleasing the Most High. So I hope before you left this comment to a man that you've never met, I hope you ask your husband for permission to do so. I'm just putting that out there, okay, as a preamble. But we're going to look at your scripture. Isaiah 58:7. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry? Now, what she's saying here is she's saying that, but what I don't see, so apparently she's enjoying the content of the channel, but what she don't see is men who want multiple wives to submit to them for this reason. So she don't particularly have a problem with the concept of polygyny being biblical. She don't have a problem with that. Her problem is this. We got to really understand what the real problem is. But I'm going to tell you this as well. A lot of people just have they have a pseudo problem. In other words, they say the problem is not something that is right and correct, but they say it's how it's done. But in reality, it's really how it's done and what is done. Even though it's permissible, they really do have a bigger problem with what's done. Okay. But she's coming with the posture that she has a problem with how it's done. Okay, fine. So we're just going to deal with that on that level. See, this is why you need spiritual discernment when you're reading people's comments and stuff and you're listening to their words. You really do need spiritual discernment. So let's read her statement again. After watching many, she said many, I didn't put that in her mouth. After watching many of your videos, I can tell you have studied for many years. But what I don't see is men who want multiple wives to submit to them for this reason. And I'm glad that I'm glad she left this comment. I wish I would have seen it sooner because it's been on here for about a week. Because today I wanted to do a video today about the submission of the man. See? The submission of the man. I really want to get into that, and maybe I will tonight, and I will just dovetail it with this video. But my spirit is really stirred about talking about the fruits of submission. Why is there so lack of the fruits of submission of men who say they want their wife to submit, but they don't have no fruits of submission? In other words, nothing has grown. The seeds of submission are not apparent in their life, but they're always screaming about they want the woman to submit. Men are always screaming about they want the woman to submit. But where are the seeds of submission in the man's life being germinated and harvested for the glory of the Most High? Okay, all right. After watching many of your videos, I can tell you have studied for many years. But what I don't see is men who want multiple wives to submit to them for the reason Isaiah 58. Very good. Isaiah 58. Oh, no problem with that. Look at this, y'all. She's right. Let me say out the gate, she's right. Most men practicing polygyny, they're going to go to hell. They're going to go to hell. And I'm going to tell you why. They wasn't meant to have no woman, period. All they're going to do is smut up polygyny, just like men have smutted up monogamy. Nobody wants to hear me now. Most men should not be married. Most men should not be married. Most men want to get married, but they don't want to be a husband according to the commandments, laws, and statutes. Yeah, so a lot of men, yeah, they want to get married. They want to replace their mama. They want a mama figure in their life, but they don't want to be a husband. And they haven't been taught how to be a husband. I'm going to tell you why. Because they was raised by their mama. Uh-oh, boy, I'm preaching. I'm preaching already. The ruach is getting stirred. Oh, my goodness. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these women who complain about monogamy and all other kinds of marriage, they don't complain about getting together on the onset with Pookie and Ray Ray. They don't complain. They don't complain. You see these women all the time on the internet and TV talking about they want a thug. They want a roughneck. And they want a whoremonger. They want a brother to come and smut them out. A lot of these women be complaining about their husband and all this kind of stuff. But when they was younger, fine, and had their curves and never been pregnant before, guess what they wanted? A roughneck. Oh, they wanted that roughneck. They wanted a thug. They wanted a guy with swag. They didn't care if he played video games all day. They don't care if he had a job. They don't care if he was career minded. They don't care if he was family minded. All they wanted was that thug to jump in the bed with. That's all. That's all. But a lot of times what happens with these women, they wake up, they start waking up around 28, 35. The women start waking up and seeing what life is really about. And then they start protesting this very man. They start protesting this very man that they said they wanted. So, and let me tell you something, y'all. By and large, women are not looking for men that are submissive to the Most High. They're not. I don't care if they're Christian. I don't care if they're Hebrew Israelites. They're not looking for men who are submissive to the Most High. And it's these very men, if they get any inkling of religion, they're going to be wanting the woman to be submissive to them. So let's look at Baptistgirl's comment here, because most of it is scriptures in Isaiah 58. After watching many of your videos, I can tell you have studied for many years. But what I don't see is men who want multiple wives to submit to them for this reason. And she's absolutely right. Most men who study the Bible don't even want women to submit to them on a biblical foundation. They want the woman to submit to their carnal and wicked will. Yes, they are holding the Bible in their hand, which is supposed to imply, it implies to the woman that I want you to submit to me because of the Most High, but not really. Not really. The Bible in their hands and the study of the Bible in their mind is just a prop to get the woman to do wicked stuff. That's all it is, y'all. It's an old trick. It's an old trick of the devil. Don't think the devil will not hold the Bible in his hand and ask you to submit to him. And because you see the devil holding a Bible in his hand, you say, okay, well, it's got to be for, oh, well, it must be for the will of the Most High. This must be what he's asking me, must be the will of the Most High. No, it's the will of Satan. The devil is just holding the Bible to trick you. And that's what many of these men are doing. Many of these men that are screaming about and beating on their chest about submission, they just want to have the woman to submit to their carnal will. That's basically it. And we know that when we look at the marriage and divorce statistics. On the low end, 55% of marriages don't last in the first 5 years. On the high end, you got 70%. So men are not looking to do the will of the Most High. You can tell that by the divorce rate. The divorce rate is a fruit of the type of the spirit of the type of marriages that we're forming today. And the marriages that we are forming today, by and large, they are not biblical. Because the Bible says, what Yahuwah have joined together, let no man put asunder. In other words, you can't separate a man and a woman that the Most High has put together. And that makes plenty of that makes plenty of sense. They can't separate themselves and nobody else can. The reason why you have so many divorces is because the Most High didn't put them together. But what does the Christian church teach? If you're able to walk down the aisle with a bum and marry him, that means God has put you together. If you're able to walk down the aisle with a whore, that means the Most High. No, just because you're able to go to City Hall and get a marriage license, it don't mean that the Most High put you together. Just because y'all can have a boatload of children, don't mean the Most High put you together. It don't. Just because y'all start getting grandchildren, it don't mean the Most High has put y'all together. Just because y'all been married 60 and 70 years, it does not mean the Most High put you together. It don't mean that, y'all. Just because you sleep in the bed with a man, it don't mean that the Most High put y'all together. And y'all are financially intertwined. It don't mean God put you together. I see couples who've been married 30, 40 years, and the Most High never put them together. They put themselves together. The Most High didn't put them together. And I want to tell you one the ways that you can really see and you can really tell. If the man does not have a vision of submission to the Most High and a vision that he could transpose onto the wife so she can help him meet that vision, the Most High didn't really put them together. Why? Because the Bible says in Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom. It don't say seek first a wife. When we go to Genesis chapter 1, we see Adam totally absorbed in seeking the kingdom before Eve was ever created. So any man that's seeking a woman before he has found his niche in life to build the kingdom, God didn't put them together. I don't care how long. I don't care how well they get along. I don't care how beautiful they look together. God didn't put them together. The Most High didn't put, even if they never get a divorce, it don't mean God put them together. So she quotes Isaiah chapter 58, verse 7. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry? But what I don't see is men who want multiple wives to submit to them for this reason. And she's absolutely right. I can't disagree. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? And she's right. Men are not, men are not, men are not talking about they want extra wives so they can do this kind of stuff here, so they can take care of the people in their nation. They're not talking about this. When thou seest the naked, that thou coverest him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh, then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thy health spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee, and the glory of Yahuwah shall be thy reward. She's right. I cannot dispute this. Then shall then shalt thou call, and Yahuwah shall answer. I only see men wanting submission so women can feel the orders of the man and not the orders of the most of Yahuwah, as detailed in Isaiah 58. She's right. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. But I believe this person, Baptistgirl 66, who wrote this, I think she's being coy. I think she's being disingenuous. I think her real problem, along with men that are carnal minded, I think a real problem is polygyny, period. Even though it's scriptural, her problem is really with that. Because she has left other comments saying as much. Baptistgirl, if you're gonna watch this video, let me tell you something. Polygyny apparently is not for you. It's not for you. It's not for your husband. Apparently, it's not for you. Nobody's trying to force this on you, Baptistgirl. Be happy in the type of marriage that you have, the monogamous marriage that you be happy. You don't have to try to convince me. I've studied this subject up and down, in and out, backwards and forwards. And I want to tell you something, Baptistgirl, if you're listening to this. I never in my life considered polygyny. I never in my life considered polygyny until 2 years ago when I first started studying the topic. I was shocked that this was in the Bible. I've been married for 27 years to the same woman. She's bore me 5 children. So don't think that I'm not for monogamy. I'm for monogamy. I've been married 27 years to the same woman. I'm not against monogamy. Monogamy is something that is only for certain people. But I believe polygyny is an option for other people, not everybody. Baptist girl, don't get upset with me. Don't think I'm less spiritual because I believe in polygyny. Don't believe I'm less holy because I believe. Now, now that's probably some other things I'm less holy for, but not for this. If this is not for you, Baptist girl, it's not for you. It's not, Baptist girl, it's not for you. I'm not trying to convince you with any of these videos that I do. I'm not trying to convince any particular person of this. I'm just putting this information out here. It's not for you, Baptist girl. If this Israelite stuff ain't for you, Baptist girl, stick to your Baptist roots. Stick to your Baptist roots and your Baptist customs and your living arrangement with your husband. Yeah. But let me tell you this. Just because somebody's in a monogamous relationship or polygynous relationship, it don't mean that the Most High has put you together. A woman, when she get, let me tell you this, Baptist girl. Let me tell you this, Baptist girl. Since you want to tell us and give us instructions on well, I'm going to read your statement again. But what I don't see in men is who want multiple wives to submit to them for this reason. And then you quote Isaiah chapter 58, verse 7 through 9. I want to tell you something I don't see, Baptist girl. I don't see religious women, whether they Hebrew Israelites or Christian. I don't see the majority of religious women looking for men who have a vision of serving the Most High and fulfilling Isaiah 58, 7 and 8 and 9. I don't see these women looking for those men. I don't see those women looking for these men. I want to tell you what I do see. I see women looking for swag. They're looking for getting leveled up. I'm going to tell you something, Baptist girl, and whoever else is listening. When I was a teenager, I was on fire for the Most High, just as I am now at 50 years of age. And guess what? None of them fine girls was looking for me. They wasn't looking for me. They wasn't looking for me. And when I was a teenager, Baptist girl, on my mind, I want to tell you what was on my mind. Kingdom building. And I didn't know nothing about no Hebrew Israelites, really. I was thinking about getting married for the sole purpose of advancing the kingdom. That was the main reason I wanted to get married. And I was 16. All them little fine girls, 16, 17, 18, they weren't looking for me. And even when I got in my early 20s, none of these girls was looking for me. They was telling me what they wanted. The women was telling me what they was looking for. They was asking me what I could supply, what they would want me to supply. And it wasn't nothing about no Isaiah 58, 7 through 9. Oh boy, I'm about to preach. No, they was looking for something, but they wasn't looking for no Isaiah 58, 7 through 9. See, you got some age behind you now. And I wonder, Baptist girl, when you was a teenager in the Baptist church, was you looking for a man? that was looking to fulfill Isaiah 58, 7 through 9. And I got to even ask you this, since you put yourself out there, the husband you got right now, is he fulfilling Isaiah 58 and 9? And I will ask him directly, is the basis by which you got married to the man you married to right now, Baptist Girl 66, was the foundation of y'all relationship and your marriage based on Isaiah 58, 7 through 9? Because if it wasn't, you being a hypocrite. I'm not trying to drag you, but if it wasn't, you're a hypocrite. And I would dare say that if you got daughters, I would dare say, Baptist Girl 66, if you got daughters, you probably don't even think it's practical for your daughters to look for a man who's trying to fulfill Isaiah 58, 7 through 9. Because I talk to women all the time, women and men. I talk to women and men all the time about what we gonna do to get our children married. And the type of stuff I'm hearing, and I'm talking about spiritual people, religious people, Hebrew Israelites, Christians. They don't even think it's practical. They start saying stuff like this. Well, that was 2,000 years ago, and we don't live in that. We don't live in that right now. Now, these are the type of people that's supposed to be super spiritual, but when you hold their feet to the fire, they throw the Bible out the window verbally. Verbally, they throw the Bible right out the window when they make statements like, well, that was 2,000 years ago, and these kids today, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue. Everybody got an excuse for not. And I want to tell you something. The most religious people that I find today, they got the biggest excuses on why young people and old people should not be serving the Most High. I almost hear this kind of stuff every day. Every day. I hear religious people who's supposed to be super spiritual. They got all kind of books. They got all kind of Bibles. And they always, well, it's like, yeah, I know that's in the Bible, but yeah, we don't want to, you know. You talk about your daughters not marrying heathen, and they be like, oh, wait a minute now, wait a minute now, wait a minute now. Maybe God could change him after they get married. They start explaining. They start explaining. So people really not about this. So those are some questions that I got for you, Baptist Girl 66. Is your marriage, is your family structured around Isaiah 58, 7 through 9? When was the last time you had somebody spend the night over your house because they were hungry? Let's read some of this stuff. Because I've done this stuff. The stuff that's in Isaiah 58, I've actually done it over the course of my marriage. Recently and in the past. So Isaiah 58, 7, is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, money or food? Baptist Girl, when was the last time you fed somebody at your house? When was the last time you gave somebody some money? Not at the church and the offering plate, because I know how our minds think. I'm talking about directly to a person, not to a pastor so he can go get a Bentley. and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house. Baptist Girl 66. When was the last time you brought somebody to your house? When was the last time your husband brought somebody that was homeless to your house? I've done that before. When thou seest the naked, that thou covereth him. When's the last time you bought some? When is the last time your husband, I won't put the focus on your husband, bought some clothes for somebody who needed them? And that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh. Do you know, Baptist Girl 66, that you're an Israelite? Or you just think you're a black person or an American? See? Is that Baptist preacher that you sitting up under, Baptist Girl 66, is he teaching you that you're an Israelite? Because if he's not teaching you you're an Israelite, how can you fulfill Isaiah chapter 58, verse 7 through 9? Oh boy, I'm about to preach. My God. Again, I'm not trying to drag nobody. I'm just doing some aggressive, critical thinking. Without seeing the naked, thou covereth him. And guess what it's talking about? Primarily, Baptist Girl 66. It's talking about naked Israelites. We got all these orphans under the care of Child Protective Service. Have your husband ever came to you, Baptist Girl 66, and said, you know what, we need to adopt some children so we don't hide ourselves from our own flesh and we know that they're in need? Huh? Then shalt thy light spring forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily. And thy righteousness shall go before thee, and the glory of Yahuwah shall be thy reward. Then shalt thou call Yahuwah, and he shall answer. Let me say this to you, Baptist Girl 66. There is a real problem that you have addressed. And that is the fact that men are not submissive to the Most High. I don't believe no man should be asking a woman or telling a woman that he's her head and he's not submissive to the Most High. Let me say that again because I didn't stutter. No man, whether he's married or single, should be asking a woman to be submissive to him and he's not submissive to the Most High. The rubric that the Most High has set up for women to be submissive to a man is if the man is submissive to the Most High. If a man is not submissive to the Most High, if he don't have no vision for building up the kingdom, the woman should divorce him. It's not going anywhere. I don't care what y'all have built together. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And when I say not going anywhere, I mean the kingdom. It's not. That man is going to keep you out the kingdom if he don't have a vision for building up the kingdom of the Most High. You're not going nowhere. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Most of the marriages that we have today are not biblical marriages. I don't care if you was married in City Hall. I don't care if you spent $25,000 on a wedding. It's not biblical. Because before Adam took on Eve, as a wife, he had a vision for building up the kingdom. And his dedication to building up the kingdom was evident that he was submissive to the Most High. If those things are not in place when a man steps to a woman, the marriage is not biblical. It's not biblical. It's not of God. I don't care how well y'all get along, how much y'all got in common, how much y'all horoscopes line, because people go by this horoscope stuff big time. Men are not submissive to the Most High. Most men who study the Bible and teach the Bible are not submissive to the Most High. One of the goals of my life is this, to be and make a science out of being submissive to the Most High in my words and in my actions and in my thoughts and in the way that I structure my family and my finances. That's my goal. I want to be submissive to the Most High. That's what I want more than anything. Submission to the will of the Most High. When a man is submissive to the will of the Most High, a woman can get behind that if she's not rebellious. Let me tell you something. If a woman's spirit of rebellion don't stir up, like Job's wife did, Job's wife told him to curse God and die. And the reason why she told him to curse God and die, because he was being submissive. A lot of black women hate men being submissive to the Most High. Now it's really interesting though. A lot of black women don't have any problem with a black man being submissive to a white man. Yeah, I'm recovering well, man. I just hit the 50-pound mark. I have lost 50 pounds of fluid on my body in 2 weeks. 50 pounds. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong, and I'm glad you asked. I really appreciate that and your prayers. I was 50 pounds overweight with just fluid. 50 pounds overweight with fluid. Right now, my weight is at 170 pounds. I feel so much better. My body just wouldn't let go of the water. And so what I was trying to do is drink more water. Because you taught from a child that you need to drink water. So, and the more water I drank, the heavier I got. It was crazy, man. So they didn't suck 50 pounds of fluid off of my body. Right now, in the metric system, I weigh 85.5 pounds, something like that, or one. So yeah, that fluid was killing me. It really was. I didn't realize the danger I was in, but it's just amazing. You be faithful to the Most High, and He'll preserve you. You be going through hell, but because you worshiping the Most High, you just keep going through. I need to get there. You're an encouragement to all of us brothers. I catch the replay. Wifey calling before I leave the hotel. Shalom. All right, all right. Yeah, man, we need to hook up. Next time you're in Chicago, let me know, man. We go have breakfast, dinner, lunch, whatever. It don't matter what time of the day. You know, the Most High has freed me up. So if you're in Chicago, I'll travel as far as Chicago to meet you. You know, or any of those suburbs. You know. So yeah, all right, brother. You take it easy. I know you got to go. You're a man on the move. But anyway, y'all, that's all I really want to come on here and deal with. Baptist Girl 66, her comment, give an answer to her comment. And I just want to encourage you all, you know, marriage is not for everybody. It's clear that marriage is not for everybody. Look at the divorce rate. Marriage is not for everybody. Monogamy is not for everybody. Polygyny is not for everybody. It's just not. Look at the divorce rate, y'all. Look at the divorce rate just among those who say they Christians. You could tell that marriage ain't for everybody. Not even monogamy. Something everybody swear by. It's not even for everybody. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. You all have a wonderful day. This is Prophet Rohe Nabi, family prophet to the angel of the church to the Laodiceans who are Israelite. Shalom. May the Most High bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and give you peace. I see some of y'all just coming, but you came at the end. So catch the replay. Give me some thumbs ups. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. Okay. Shalom.